this is a live stream, and this is a new video, so make sure you watch this whole video. But let me say this: if you're new to the channel, this might be a little difficult for you to understand. So you might want to watch a bunch of my live streams first, because that's where all my recent videos are, under the live section of this channel. So make sure you watch only the live section of this channel. Watch the last 9 months of videos and get caught up. Okay. Now, in this video, like I said, I'm laying some groundwork, the foundation for what I'm going to be showing. So please be patient and watch the whole video, because you do not want to miss what I'm about to show. Now, the hardest part for me, okay, because look at all this info I have to show you, folks. Look at this. You see this? I'm going to be showing all this in this video. So the hard part for me is laying the foundation part, because showing the cards and explaining it's easy, but laying the foundation for what I'm showing. What do I mean when I'm talking about a portal? Okay, literally that's what they're doing here, because I told you guys, when you see the O, it's a portal to the other side. Okay, which is why they, you see that all the time in their stupid movies and stuff, and it always involves water, because Elvis is the beast out of the sea. He's the literal biblical beast out of the sea, and Trump is the image of that beast. And Trump is the one who gets the head wound, because it says the beast that comes up out of the sea, one of its heads seems to have had a deadly head wound that was healed, and the world wondered after that beast. What better beast to get the head wound than the one who compares himself to Elvis? And that's Trump, okay? And that head wound is going to happen on August 4th in Ohio. Trump gets that head wound, but he survives this deadly head wound, okay? You can watch my videos to understand that more. This video is mainly about the June 11th event, a lot of it, but it's for both predictions. But Washington State is the biblical beast out of the sea event on June 11th. And Elvis is the biblical beast out of the sea. Now, so let me show you something. Okay, first of all, you guys know that in binary codes, all right, with this stupid computer, it works on zeros and one, okay? And when we're doing a count, we don't start with zero. We start with one. When we're counting, I'm saying, like we say 1, 2, 3, 4, you know what I mean? We don't say zero and then one. We say one, So there is something to that. Even though I know when we're born, we don't count one. We wait till we're 1 year old, then we say we're one, okay? So keep that in mind about what I'm about to show. So everything changes when you go to... if you start from the people being 1 year old instead of their birth, look what happens to the numbers. And then, like I said, I'm laying a foundation for what I'm about to show, okay? So just watch the video and you'll see how I go into the portal. But I have to show this for you to understand, okay? So remember, zero is like one. All right, that's the whole point of this, okay? Now, let me show you this, okay? So Trump, when he was 1 year old, it would have been in 1947. So he was born 6/14/46, but this is 6/14/47 when he was 1 year old. And he's the 47th president, right? If you went from this date to the day Elvis died, look what happens. You get 11,022 days. That's exactly JFK's death date, the guy who got the head wound. And I told you Trump's going to get a head wound on August 4th. Okay? So you have 11/22. That's when JFK had his head wound. Do you understand? Okay? And this is what I mean by everything changes by just going from the age one. Now watch what happens. Check this out. Because you know that the Elvis had an identical twin that died at birth, okay? If you went, and the word twin equals 66, if you went from Elvis's birth in 1935, if you went from Elvis's birth in 1935, it would be 66 years, 8 months, 4 days. And the word twin equals 66. Okay, but that's from Elvis's birth. Okay, so if you went from age 1 to when the Twin Towers went down, and remember, Elvis had an identical twin that was sacrificed at birth. So look at what it's going to happen. So from the age 1 is 65 years, 8 months, 4 days. Watch how this adds up now. 65 years, 8 months, 4 days. Now, did you know that 9/11 and Pearl Harbor are the two biggest events? Look what happens when you look at what Pearl Harbor is now to this year 6/11. Hold on one second, folks. Give me 1 second. All right. So from Pearl Harbor attack, because Pearl Harbor and 9/11 are the two biggest events. I mean, the two biggest attacks on American soil. So from the Pearl Harbor attack to 6/11 this year is 84 years, 6 months, 5 days. And I told you they were waiting for it to turn 84 because my two predictions have to connect to each other. The 6/11 Washington State event this year, the biblical beast out of the sea event, has to connect to these events. Okay? Because look, 12 times 7 is 84. And it's been 84 years from Pearl Harbor to 6/11. Look at that. 84 years, 6 months, 5 days. Look at what I just showed you. From Elvis's birth to 9/11, I mean, not his birth, to his age 1, from that day is 65 years, 8 months, 4 days. It's the same numbers, 8, 4, 6, 5. You see what I'm saying? So from Pearl Harbor attack to 6/11 this year is 84 years, 6 months, 5 days, if you add the day. Okay? Do you see what I mean? You see how it changes when you go from him being 1 year old, how all the numbers begin to change? And you know, Trump, I told you he's going to get his head one on 8/4, right? He's going to get his head one on 8/4. And you have 6/5, right? 8/4, 6/5. Guess who turns 65 on August 4th? The day Trump gets his head wound. Obama. Because I told you that's why Obama was the president before Trump. Okay? Do you see what I'm saying? There's that 8/4 and he's 65 again. Okay? And of course, you know, from Elvis's real birth, okay? From Elvis's real birth to Pearl Harbor is 6 years, 11 months. And then from Pearl Harbor to 6/11 is 84 years. So 6/11 has to connect to the 8/4. That's what they were waiting for. Okay, and remember, 12 times 7 equals 84. That's Pearl Harbor date right there. So do you see what I'm saying? From Elvis's birth to Pearl Harbor is 6 years, 11 months, and then to 6/11 is 84. So that's what they were waiting for, okay? You know what I mean? Those are my two predictions, you know, for Washington State being struck on 6/11 and then Trump's head wound on August 4th. You know what I mean? All right. Now, like I said, and you know, August 4th is the 216th day of the year. Look again what happens when you go from Elvis's age 1. See, remember, this was from Elvis's birth to Pearl Harbor, 6 years, 11 months. Look what happens when you go from him being age 1. Look at that. From Elvis being age 1 to Pearl Harbor, look at that. It's 216 with a crown, the portal. The O or the 0 is a portal. Okay, it's a crown, it's a head, a face, a ring, a womb, a matrix. Like I said, it's a head, a portal, a crown. Okay, so 216, that's August 4th with a crown. If you don't add the day, when you add the day, it gets to the 1, which is exactly what they need. They need to go through the portal and become 1, okay? They need to get to that 1, all right? They need to get past that to get to the other side, okay? It's like going from 1 through 10, because 10 has the 0. And then you need to get to the other side to get to the 11. Do you get it? Okay? Anyway, so again, look how it changed. Now look what happens when you do Pearl Harbor to Trump being age 1. Look at that. This is Trump being age 1 instead of his birth. 2016 days. There's that 216 with a crown again, or a portal. And he was elected in 2016. And 216th day of the year is August 4th. See? From Elvis being 1 year old to Pearl Harbor is 2160 right there. And from Pearl Harbor to Trump being 1 year old, it's 2016. Because Trump's going to get his head wound on the 216th day of the year, right? And of course, June 11th is the 162nd day of the year. Same numbers, but the 216, 162, all right? Which all go back to here. I'm not gonna go into this because it's a long explanation, but see, it goes right back to the beginning, the birth of the identical twins, Elvis and Jesse. Jesse was sacrificed at birth. If you look at their dates, 1818, they were both born. It adds up to 216, and August 4th is the 216th day of the year. And if you say the date backwards, like they say in the UK, they say the day first, then the month. 8181 is 16/2, which is June 11th, the 162nd day of the year. Okay, I can show you a lot more. That's just, there's a whole stack right here, but this is a different video, that I've shown. Okay, now, and look at this. So from Pearl Harbor attack to Trump's birth to his real birth, not to 1 year old, is 1650 days or 1651. And why is that important? Because Trump's born on the 165th day of the year. Look, 165 with the portal, with the crown or the head. Okay? It's like a head, a portal, a crown. When you go through the woman goes through the womb, the head goes through the womb of the woman. It's called a crowning. Okay? And is it just a coincidence that Trump was the 45th president? And I told you he needs to get that crown. He needs to get that head wound. Okay, and you'll understand in a moment. Military time, that's 1650, 450. And that's, like I said, 165th day of the year is Trump's birthday. 165 with a crown is 450. The 45 is the portal. It's the bridge. Okay? You'll understand in a moment once I show it. But let me just take a break for a second here. Let me just show you this. Give me a second. This is going to be I don't know how I'm going to get through this video. This is too much info, man. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Paul. You'll see the video in a minute. What I'm about to show later in the video. Give me a second here. So remember, I told you that, there was 2 Illuminati cards for Elvis. One was, I'm not going to explain it here. You got to go look at my videos that have to do with this. Like I said, it's all under the live section of this channel. All right, Elvis has 2 Illuminati cards. All right, I'm not going to explain it. Like I said, I go into detail. But this is just a quick that I want to show you. Look, when someone says like Church of Elvis, it's like saying Church of Satan, because he is Satan. And here you'll see, I'm going to go through it really quick. You'll see a portal. And the guitar, the hands, imagine it's like a clock. The body is at the 6 and the hand and the arm is on the 11. And of course it looks like a 1 and an 8. And Elvis was born on 1/8 and it looks like an 8 in the back too, like his twin. 8/8, the 88. But 1/8 is when they were born. That looks like Elvis's head. That's a yellow brick road, like the Emerald City. Then you have a wave right here on the person's. Hold on, let me see if I can. Yeah, see, you can't really tell because it's, yeah, see it. See how when I put my hand over it, you can see the wave. Okay, and look, it looks like a. It looks like a. What is this? The nuclear symbol. You see that? Okay, but the portal is what I'm showing you right here. All right, and of course, when I showed you that this right here, this looked like Elvis's head. I told you, upside down, because upside down equals the word Washington, and you saw the yellow brick road going up, right? You know what I'm saying? And upside down equals Washington, right? And I showed you that Elvis's head looks like Washington State. I mean, the farthest left, the furthest west of Washington State looks like Elvis's head. See it? All right. So if they chop this off, if something happens, like they attack this area, they'll be chopping this off. And I told you, Elvis died at the age of 42. Washington's the 42nd state. Seattle's right here. Seattle's in King County. Elvis was known as the king. You understand? Okay. Now, let me move on. See, I'm going through that real quick. Okay, now, so this whole video has to do with the Elvis being 90 and 91 years old, okay? And like I said, it's all about, let me show you. It's all about the 45 because the 45 is the bridge, okay? It is the portal to the other side. You'll see as we go. But first, let me just show you this, okay? Like I said, once I get started, then everything will go smooth after this. This is the hard part to explain, okay? So from Elvis's birth to 2025, it's 90 years old he was. To this year, he's 91. But here's the thing, because I'll explain to you, because Elvis needs the 9, okay? You'll see in a moment what I'm talking about. But notice that from Elvis's birth to 2025, he's 90 years old. So he needed that 9, and he's going to go through that O, which is the portal. But wait, Elvis's age from 1 year old, which is in 36, it would be 90 years old this year. Okay, depending on where you start from. Because I told you, this is how we add things. We add things with 1, 2, 3, 4. That's why the binary codes are with 0s and 1s, right? And first, let me show you what I'm saying, because 2025 is a resurrection number, which I've shown videos already about this a long time ago. And it's all about the 45, because the square root of 2025 is 45 exactly, because 45 times 45 is 2025. And 20 and 25 is 45, okay? And what do I mean by resurrection? Because the T and the Y represent a resurrection, the TY. And T is the 20th letter, Y is the 25th letter, right? And you think it's a coincidence that Elvis was 90 years old in 2025? Because I just showed you that 45 times 45 is 2025. What's 45 plus 45? It's 90. 45 plus 45 is 90. And he was 90 in 2025. Okay? But again, we're talking about him being 90 if you start from 36. But we're talking about if you start from his birth, it's 91 years old. So it has to connect. 90 and 91 have to connect. Okay, it has to be a resurrection and and you'll see what the 2026 represents. See, 2026 represents the second God. Okay. Because the word God equals 26. So if you have 2 of them, that's the Antichrist. Okay, so that's what they're doing. They're birthing the Antichrist. Okay? And that's why the 90 and 91 have to be together in the same year. Okay? And that's why I was showing you that from age 1 he's 90 to 20 to this year, and from his birth he's 91, 90 and 91. Okay? He's got to be 90 and 91. And I told you everything is about going from the 9, 0 to the 1. Okay? He's got to get from the 9 to the 0 to the 1. All right, and look, you think it's a coincidence that he was born in Mississippi? Mississippi, the state, its first area code was 601. Then Elvis died in Tennessee, and actually he died in Memphis, Tennessee. Memphis, Tennessee's area code is 901. There it is, 901. And notice the numbers are 911 and 611 with 2 crowns, 2 portals. Okay? Are you seeing that? Okay? The state area codes are 601 and 901. You think that's a coincidence? Come on, man. You know? And I told you that he's 9091, right? He needs that 9091, 901. And he died at 42. Washington State is the 42nd state. And the 42nd prime is 181. You see? And Washington is the 42nd state. You understand? All right. And notice that that there's a connection here, even to last year. But if you go from age 1, see, this was last year in 2025, but if you start from 1 year old, it comes back this year as 90 years, 5 months, 4 days to 611. So you have the 9 through the portal, he's going, okay? And I told you everything's about the 45, because look, where is it? Look, the TY, the equals 45, and the reduced number is 9. Okay, and I told you that's my birthday. I was born on 9/4, but because it was a leap year, it landed on the 9/5 day. Everything is about the 945, 954. TY, the resurrection number, is 945 or 954. Okay, this is the reduced number. 4 plus 5 is 9. Okay, but T is the 20th letter, Y is the 25th letter, so it makes 45, 9. Okay, that's the resurrection number. You understand? Okay, now let's keep going here. Let me just get this out of the way real quick. This is so much work, man. Now it's going to start getting the easier to understand, okay? So Elvis was born on 1/8. He needs that 1/9. Why does he need the 1/9? And remember, I told you that he became 1 year old in the year 36. If you add up all the numbers between 1 through 8, it equals 36. Okay? And of course, if you add up all the numbers between 1 through 36, you get 666. So the 1 through 8 connects to the 666. Because 1 through 8 is 36, 1 through 36 is 666. Okay? So, but what does he need? He needs that 9. He needs that 45, okay? And you'll understand. Just keep watching, okay? You'll see how it all comes together. He needs that. He was born on 1/8, but he needs that 1/9. And 1 through 9 equals 45. Look. Remember, he's born on the 8th day, 1/8. He needs the 1/9. Look at this. The prime number. The 8th prime number. The 8th prime number is 19. See how it goes from the 8 to the 1/9? And that's a bridge. You see this? The equal sign is a bridge. And what is the equal sign? It looks like an 11. And 8 plus 11 is 19. So what I'm trying to make you understand is that the bridge is also, besides, let me show you what bridge equals. Then you'll understand. bridge equals 45. So not only is the bridge a 45, but it's also an 11 because it looks like an 11, okay? Do you understand? So when you see this, 8, the 8th prime number is 19, okay? And 8 plus 11 is 19. So the equal sign looks like an 11. So the bridge also equals 45, okay? And I told you the O is a portal. So what they need is that 45 to connect to the portal. All right, so keep watching. You'll understand. The 45 has to connect to that portal. All right, because that's what it is. It's the bridge to the other side. All right. Now, let me keep going. Like I said, it's so hard to explain all this. All right. Remember, 1 through 8 is 36. 1 through 9 is 45. Why does Elvis need this 9? Keep paying attention. That way, I'm going to prove it to you why he needs the 9. So Elvis, when he was born on 1/8, the 8th day of the year is 2.19% of a year, okay? The 9th day is 2.47%, and he needs this 9. And do you think it's a coincidence that from Elvis's birthday to 9/11 is 247 days? Are you understanding? So from Elvis's birthday, he was an identical twin, remember, to 9/11 when the Twin Towers fell, there's 247 days, which happens to be 8 months, 4 days, and Trump is the replacement twin. I told you that. And Trump's going to get his head one on 8/4. But 247 days, and the 9th day is 2.47%, okay? Which just happens to be my birthday date. 9/4 is the 247th day of the year. Leap year 248. I was born on a leap year. But look, so from Elvis's birthday to 9/11 is 247 days, okay? And pay attention. And why is this important besides what I just showed? Why is this from 1/8 to 9/11 being 247 days? Because it connects to the 666, okay? 666 days is 182.47%. 182.47. 18247. Do you see it? 666 days is 182.47%. That's how much percentage it is for 666 days. Okay? And like I said, he needs that 9, which is the 247, okay? Because 1/8 doesn't because the 1/8 is 2.19. It's not 2.47. So he needs to get to that 9. And that's why you see it's 1/8 to the 9 and then to the 11. They skipped over the 10. Do you see? The 1, 0. Do you see what I mean? The 1 and 0 is missing here, right? 9, 10, 11. Do you get it? All right. And I told you that 9/4, which is my birthday, but I was born on a leap year, so it's 248 day also. The 247 days in between Elvis' birthday and 9/11 is connected to my birthday. But because I told you it's all about the leap year too. I was born on a leap year, 1964. So it's 9/4 and 9/5. And that's exactly what you're seeing with Elvis. 9 times 4 is 36. 9 times 5 is 45. See? 1 through 8. 1 through 8 is 36. 1 through 9 is 45. Because he needs that 945. That's my birthday, right? Elvis is born on the 8th. He needs that 1/9. Just like the 19 sickness, the crown sickness that everyone got. I mean, that everyone supposedly got in 2020. And they shut down the world. It was called the crown, 19. And the first case was in Seattle. First famous person to get it was Tom Hanks. And what was he doing? Filming the Elvis movie. Because Elvis needs the 1/9, the 19. All right? Does anyone not get so far what I'm showing? Does anyone not get what I've shown so far? I just want to make sure. Just want to make sure you guys are following here. Okay. And remember, I told you everything's about my birthday, right? I was born on 9/4, but it landed on the 9/5 day because it was a leap year. So from Elvis's listen, when Elvis was born last year, this was the equation for 2025, but I'm showing you from age 1 to this year. It's 90 years, 5 months, 4 days. So it's back to the same equation as it was from when he was born in 1/8/35 to last year. 9/5/9/4 with the crown, the portal. All right? Because what is 1 through 9? What is 1 through 9? Is 45. He needs that 1/9, the 9. So 9 gets you the 45, right? Which is the bridge, the portal. He needs to go through that bridge. Okay? All right? Now, let's get back to this. So like I said, it's the bridge, it's the portal. Okay? 1 through 9 is 45. And I told you the crucifixion, the TY represents the crucifixion, which was last year, 2025. But TY represents the 45. So forget about the 2025 for a moment. It represents the 45. TY, the T is the 20th letter, Y is the 9th letter. I mean, Y is the 25th letter. T is the 20th letter, makes 45, and the reduced number is 9. 4 plus 5 is 9. That's my birthday, 945, right? Again, this is not about me. I'm trying to tell you what number they need. Trump's birthday is 6/14. If you went from the first of the year to 6/14, if you don't add the day, it's 164 days. If you add the day, it's 165 days. On a leap year, it's 166. Add it up, you get 495. See those numbers again? 945. Connecting to Trump's birthday, 6/14. Okay? There's that 945 again, right? You add up all of Donald John Trump's name. Look at the total. 549, 945. There's those numbers again. Okay? Add up Elvis Aaron Presley's full name. Look at that. 459 at the top. Then you have 180. What did I tell you Elvis needs? He's born on 1/8, needs the 9, then the portal gets him to the 45. Because the 4, you see that? Look at those numbers. Look at that. It's right there in his name. Are you understanding what I'm showing you? And if you think this is a coincidence, look at his numbers right here. This is the most important number right here, 21680. Because August 4th is the 216th day of the year. June 11th is the 162nd day of the year. Look at this. 21681. Remember these two numbers. Look at this. From Elvis's birth, you go forward. From Elvis's birth, you go forward. Look at the numbers. 21681, which is Elvis Aaron Presley. Look at the percentage. Look at the percentage of 21681. 594 with 3 crowns. See that? 945 right there in the numbers with the 21681. And notice the year and the other year. 945 with the 3. The 3 is a crown also. Okay? And 93 connects to 94 because I told you any date you pick. Okay, before I move on, because this is very important. Whatever day you pick, let's say at my birthday, September 4th, that day, the day before counts and the day after. So 9-4, 9-3 counts and 9-5 counts. Why is that? Because it's a chain link. Okay? 9-3 connects to 9-4 on a leap year. 9-4 connects to 9-5 on a leap year. Do you understand? And 9-5 connects to 9-6 on a leap because of a leap year. 9-5 lands on the 9-6 on a leap year. So anyway, so that's what I'm trying to tell you here, okay? So think about what I just showed you. One more time. Okay? So you have the 594 number again. In Elvis's full name, you had the 459 and the 180, which Elvis is born on 1/8. He needs the 9. 1 through 9 equals 45, and then you have the portal, the 0. Okay? And 21681 in Elvis Aaron Presley. Oops. Hold on, where'd I go? What'd I do with it? 21681 in Elvis Aaron Presley's full name. The percentage of that many days is 594 again. See what I mean? Which is again connecting to what I was trying to show you. Because 1 through 9 equals 45. Do you understand? That's what I'm trying to show you. It's the 45 connection. 1 through 9 equals 45. And of course you have a portal, you know. And also look at the year. It's 9, 4, and 5 with the 3, which is a crown. The 3 is a crown. Because if you turn it sideways, it looks like a crown. All right? Now, if you still think these are coincidences, remember, we're in 2026. 2026 looks like the date 226. From Elvis's birth to 226 is 49 days if you don't add the day, 50 days if you add the day. 495 with a portal. 945. Do you see it? Are you getting what I'm showing you here? This is impossible, what you're seeing, okay? This is what they're waiting for. I keep telling you that I told you it was all connected to this. It was all about getting to the portal, okay? And you know Elvis's reverse birthday? Because let me tell you something. What is the reverse birthday? Elvis is born on the 8th day. 12/23 is the 357th day of the year, which leaves 8 days in the year. So the reverse date of January 8th is 12/23. The reverse date of Elvis's birthday is 12/23. Look how many days are in between. 349 or 350. So you have the 3 with the portal and the 945. Do you see it? It's the crown on top of the portal, the head, and the head is a crowning. Going through the womb, the portal, 945. Because 1 through 9 is 45. Okay? Are you seeing? Do you get this? Are you getting this? 349 days if you don't add the day, 350 days if you add the day. Between Elvis's birth and his reverse birth date, the reverse, because that's how many, that's the reverse date of 1/8 within the same year. Okay? And again, these are not coincidences, okay? What is Elvis equal? Elvis equals 67 forwards, 68 backwards. You think it's a coincidence that 67 days equals 9 weeks, 4 days, and 68 days equals 9 weeks, 5 days? Again, the 945 connecting to Elvis. Are you getting it? How about this? Washington State was founded, because that's what's going to be struck on June 11th. Washington State was founded on 11/11. Look at that. You got the double bridge, 11/11. From that date to Elvis's birth is 45 years. 1 month, 29 days. Look, 45. The bridge. And look at the percentage. 4-5 4518.90. Look at that. That's the same numbers as Elvis. 459180. 4518.90. You see what I'm saying? 451890. Are you understanding what I'm showing you? See? From the Washington State being founded to Elvis's birth. Okay? Like I said, if you think these are coincidences, you need your head examined. Okay? Let me take a break for a second because my hand's about to fall off. Hold on. Yeah, anyway, like I said, I got to take a break. My hands are going numb. Folks, can you guys take a moment and thumb up the video? The 85 people in the chat, why are you not all thumb up the video? You're not doing it for me. I could care less. You're doing it for the algorithms. Go thumb up the video and come back quick. I have so much more to show, man. We're only like 1/4, through the video. There was 80-something people in the chat. Only 2 people left to go comment. To go thumb up video, man. Man, you guys are just the worst. Worst of the worst, man. I'm going to keep going, man. Or you guys are going to put me in a loony bin. A bunch of devils in this chat. Anyway. Yeah. Unbelievable, Anyway, so again, watch what I'm going to show you. Okay, so remember, the TY represents the crucifixion, right? And TY equals 459, which is again connecting to the 945. 1 through 9 equals 45, right? The TY, folks, look at what I'm about to show you. Look, pay attention. So 10, the number 10 doesn't have a TY, but it has the 0 at the end, right? Okay, it has a 0 at the end, right? But look at this, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. All of these have the TY at the end. Do you understand what that means? That every one of these has the 45 to get to the other side. Are you getting it? So to get from 20, you have to have 30. To get 20, to go from 20 to 30, you need that TY. Do you understand that TY is the 45? Okay? And you'll see how I'm going to prove that in a moment. Okay? And then when you get to 100, because that's another reset number. 10 is a reset. Every 10 is like a reset number, okay? So 10, 100, 1,000, by tens, right? Anyway, so, yeah. So the 10, because Jesus, and they say 10 means perfect, right? And Jesus was perfect, and he was crucified, and he rose from the dead, right? He is our Lord and Savior, Jesus, and he is God in heaven, all right? And so the 10 got the TY. Do you understand? Do you get it? What I'm trying to say? Okay. Now, I told you the TY represents represents the O, the 45, the portal. Okay, the TY, equals 45. It needs that O, the crown, the portal, the bridge, the word through, like through, through. And it's like a womb, a ring, a head, a face, an egg, the egg out of the womb, right? Like I said, the O represents the head or face also, like a head wound, a sacrifice. Okay. And why am I showing you this? Because I told you the 45 needs that head, the bridge, right? Okay. The bridge is the 45. It equals then portal, the O. Why does it need that, folks? Because see, the 45 needs that crown. And then Trump gets his head wound on August 4th, which is the 216th day of the year. And then you get 666. See, that's what it's all about. See, the 45 needs that head, the portal, the crown. That's the head wound. And then August 4th is the 216th day of the year. You get 666. See, that is what is going on here. Okay. Now, remember earlier when I was showing you this right here? So the TY, remember all this TY stuff? Okay, so the 20 to get it, so from 20 to get from 20 to 30, you have to have that TY. The TY equals 45, right? All right, so now watch this. You think this is a coincidence? Because remember, there's 45s. So look at this. If you add all the numbers between 20 through 29, it equals 245. See the 4-5 at the end? 30 through 39, 345. 40 through 49, 445. 50 through 59, 545. 60 through 69, 645. 70 through 79, 745. 80 through 89, 845. 90 through 99, 945. So everything ends with the 45. Do you get it? And remember, Elvis equals 67, 89, 6, 7, 8, 9. See how everything's the 45 to get to the next level, to get to the next level. Are you understanding it now? Are you understanding how the bridge is the 45? It's the portal. Okay? Is there anyone not understanding this? Is there anyone here who's not understanding this? Okay? What I'm showing you here is supernatural, man. This is something where you have to have spiritual eyes and ears to understand this, man. All right? Just keep watching, man. Just keep watching. Keep watching. My goodness. We're not even halfway through yet. Just keep watching. So remember, bridge equals 45. The bridge is the portal. It needs to go through the portal. The 45 needs that 0 to go through. Okay? Now watch this. Watch how I'm connecting this. Watch. Just wait and you'll see. So you know how they always say Satan, say 10, a lot of people say. Because remember the 10 is I told you the 10 means perfect. Okay, and the 10 needs that 45. Okay, now watch. 1 through 10 equals 55 when Satan equals 55. Okay, and what does how does the 10 go to 55? It needs the 45. See, 10 plus 45 is 55. Do you see what I'm saying? So the 45 needs that 10. I mean, the 10 needs the 45. And I told you that the equal sign is the bridge. Okay? Bridge equals 45, right? Hold on, folks. My hand's going numb, man. I'm not even able to hold the phone anymore with the other hand. Hold on. Wow. Anyway, notice the numbers 110, because the 26 prime is 101. So we're in that 26 realm right now. Anyway, so 10 plus 45. So the 10 needs that 45 to get to 55. Okay? Satan equals 55, right? And notice this. I just showed you 45 plus 10 is 55. 45 times 10 is 450. 45 times 10. 45 plus 10 is 55. 45 times 10 is 450. And 45 times 11, which I explained to you, the 11 is the bridge, it would make 495, which again goes back to that number because I told you the 45 needs the bridge. So it needs to go through 10 and it needs to get to that 11 because guess what 10 hours and 11 minutes equals? 611 minutes total. 10 hours, 11 minutes. Because look, because I told you 45 times 10 is 450. 45 times 11 is 495. So it has the 495 connection, And I told you the 45 connects to the 11. Anytime you see a equal, it's like the equal looks like an 11. You see what I mean? So 10 to get to 55 is 45. Okay, now watch this. All right. So remember we were talking about the say 10. Now see, this is where it gets crazy. When say 10 equals 84. That's when Trump's going to get his head wound. All right. Satan equals 55. Say 10 equals 84. Okay. Now watch this. I don't know why I keep showing the same thing, but just keep watching. Keep watching. Just keep watching. 1 through 9 equals 45. Right? 1 through 9 equals 45. The TY is the resurrection. Is the crucifixion. Sorry, I keep saying resurrection because Jesus resurrected, but this is a crucifixion. It is. Okay, TY represents the crucifixion. Well, and a resurrection once you go through the portal. That's what they're trying to do here, because Trump's gonna get his head wound, and I believe that that's where Elvis and Trump become one. Okay, like Judas entered, like Satan entered Judas. That's what Trump's gonna do. Okay, that's what Elvis is gonna do. Enter Trump. And Trump becomes the Obama nation of desolation, because he gets his head wound on Obama's birthday, abomination of desolation. Anyway, so the 45, 945, 1 through 9 equals 45. TY represents the crucifixion. Now, remember I said say 10, and I told you 10 needs that 45. Look, 10 equals 39. TY equals 45. 84. You see? 3, 9, 4, 5 again. And remember what I told you the 3, 9, 4, 5 is? It's the 9, 4, 5 with a crown, right? And where is it? And give me a second to find that other one. Where is it? I'm about ready to lose it. And remember, say 10 equals 84. Okay? That means that the word say, S-A-Y, equals 45. Say equals 45 and 10 equals 39. See? TY equals the same as SAY. But look, so 10 needs that 45, right? To get to 84. Trump's going to get his head one on 84. Trump was the 45th president because the 45 is the bridge. 3945. The 3 is the crown on the 945, which again is my birthday. And again, I ask you, are these coincidences that I'm showing you? What about this one? Elvis's birth, 1/8/1935. Add that up, you get 1944. Elvis's birth, 8/16/1977. Adds up to 2001, which happens to be 9/11's year. Add it up, you get 3945. Come on, man. What is this? Okay, 3945 again? And you think this is a coincidence? Okay? And you know, Elvis, he came out in his concerts to the 2001 Space Odyssey theme. And the guy who wrote that was Richard Strauss. Richard Strauss was born on June 11th. Okay? Yeah, he was born on June 11th, that guy. Anyway, or he died on June 11th. I think he was born on June 11th, yeah. Richard Strauss, the composer of the 2001 Space Odyssey theme. Anyway, he would come out to his concerts, Elvis, with that song way before 2001, you know? Okay. And remember, I showed you that Elvis's reverse birth date was 3495 with a crown. 3 is the crown. The O is the portal. 945. Elvis's reverse date. Okay. 10 needs the 45. Makes 84. And guess who was president? Remember, the 10 needs the 45. Who is the 45? That is Trump, right? So who's going to be the 39, folks? If Trump is the 45, who is the 39? Bam. There you go. Elvis died in 77. Who was the president? JC. Jimmy Carter, 39th president. See it? JC. Jesus Christ. And you telling me that's a coincidence? JC? And he was the 39th president? Are you understanding what I'm showing you? Because the 39 needs because the 9 needs the 45, right? Because 1 through 9 equals 45. And 39 plus 45 equals 84. Okay? Are you understanding? And oh man, my hands are about to fall off. Hold on. Give me a second. Man, I gotta show you this image real quick. Did you guys see what I just showed you? The year Elvis died, that year, Jimmy Carter took over that year. Think about what I just showed you. The Gatlinburg Space Needle. You know that there's 2 space needles in America that are called Space Needle, that they have the word space and needle. And that is the Gatlinburg Space Needle in Tennessee, where Elvis died. He died in Tennessee. And Elvis, you know, his throne is in, you know, where he's going to, you know, the B side of the sea is in Washington State. That's where the Seattle Space Needle is, right? And let me show you this image. It's not coming up. I don't know why. Let's see if this one shows it. Notice this Gatlinburg Space Needle. Where is it? I mean, you gotta be kidding me right now. I'm about ready to lose it. I'm going to lose it, folks. I'm about ready to lose it. I'm serious. Look at it. I lost my space. I lost my spot. Unbelievable, man. Man. Gatlinburg Space Needle. Don't lose it. See the Gatlinburg Space Needle? And it's going up the pole. Do you see that? That's Elvis died in Tennessee. Then that's called Space Needle, Gatlinburg Space Needle. The other one's called Seattle Space Needle. There's only 2 space needles. One where Elvis died in Tennessee, and the other one in Washington State. And yeah, it looks like a DNA in the snake going up the pole, right? Now watch this. You remember the 39? Look at that. The snake going up the cross. You see that? TS equals 39. And the TY equals 45. See, because Jesus died on the cross, right? And he rose from the dead. But now the serpent, get it? The snake, the serpent. And guess what the serpent equals? Equals the word Washington. Washington equals the serpent. Okay? Do you see it? TS equals 39. And that's why Superman wore the 19, because Elvis needs the 19. Do you understand? Okay? Are you understanding what I'm showing you? And how old was Elvis? Because 39 plus 45 is 84. How old was Elvis in 2019? 84. And it was 42 years after he died at the age of 42. 42 years from his death in 2019. And the TS, right, which I told you is 39, the serpent going up the pole, the S going up the snake, the serpent going up the cross. Elvis's birthday's on the 8th day is 2.19%. 2.19%. You see that? 2019. The point is the 0. See it? 2.19. 2019, right? Look at those numbers. Elvis is born on the 8th day. 8219. That equals Seattle. See that? Seattle equals 8219. Right? And then from Elvis's death date to 6/11, look at that. 300 days is 82.19%. That's Seattle again. See that? 8219. See? And it's connected to his death date and his birth date. 8 days. He's born on the 8th day, Elvis. It's 2.19. 8219. 8219. From Elvis's death to 6/11 is 82.19. See? Okay? Now do you understand all these connections that I'm showing you? Okay? Man, this is exhausting, man. Folks, I'm not even done with the first stack yet. This is, what did I get myself into? I'm not even done with the first stack. This is going to be another 2-hour video. Wow. You gotta be kidding me. I'm in shock right now. I'm serious, I'm about to lose it. I'm not even done with the first stack yet. Okay, folks, listen. If the phone glitches and goes off, I'll try on live. All right? And if it doesn't work, there's nothing I can do, So bridge equals 45. I told you needs the portal. the O, 450, remember, it'll get you, because, Trump's going to get his head one on 8-4. 8-4 is their 16th day of the year. So the 4-5 needs that O, the portal, okay, to get to the 666. Okay, 450 plus 216 equals 666. Okay, and that's when Trump gets his head one on August 4th, the 216th day of the year, right? Now watch. You think this is a coincidence? Trump became president. I mean, Trump was the 45th and 47th president. Okay, and 45 plus 2 equals 47, right? And why am I showing you this? Because look at this, will you? The year that JFK was taken out, look, Elvis's age was 28, Trump's age was 17, and Obama was 2. See that? 28 and 17 is 45 plus 2 equals 47. Right? Are you looking at that? And where, watch this, where, so 45 plus 2 is 47. Look at the numbers, 28, 17, and 2. Where did JFK get his head wound? In the 28th state, which is Texas. Trump's going to get his, the real one in Ohio on the 17th state. And where did he get his ear clipped? In the 2nd state, Pennsylvania. Is Pennsylvania the 2nd state? It is, right? See that? Do you see what I'm saying? So 45, to get it, 28, 17, and 2. That was when JFK was taken out in 63. See that? Are you seeing how crazy that is? Now do you understand what they did when they did the Pennsylvania one? You see what I'm saying? Okay. And by the way, do you know that Trump was born in the 11th state? And do you know where JFK was born? In the 6th state. 611. Do you see that? Do you see what I'm talking about? And where was Obama? Where did Obama, from Hawaii, he went to Chicago. You know what I mean? He was a senator in Chicago. Chicago is in Illinois. I think that's the 21st state. And JFK is in the 6th state he was born. So that's 216 connection, you know what I mean? Which is August 4th. But forget about that. What's important is that Trump was born in the 11th state and JFK was born in the 6th state, the 611 connection. It's all connected, man. All of it, But anyway, so again, how does this connect to the 45? Because that's what it needs. It needs the 45. And JFK has to connect to Trump. All right. So the assassinated presidents, right, was Lincoln, Garfield, McKinley. And who was the 4th? Was JFK. Who's going to be the 5th? Trump. But this is where it ends, because then Trump comes back. So it's the 45. See, he has to connect. The 45 has to connect because he's the one who comes out of it. You understand? There's your 4-5 connection, right? You see what I'm talking about? The 4th president and the 5th president. Trump's going to be pronounced dead on August 4th, but he's going to come back from the dead. Okay? And I told you that the 45 needs the 0. So 045 equals 141. What's the point of this? What's important about 141? Watch. Just keep watching. So the O, the letter O on the 45 equals 141. Okay? Why is this important? First, let me show you this. That June 11th equals 141 in gematria. Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown on June 11th, the year Elvis died, equals 141. Lucifer Elvis equals 141. DCLXVI in Roman numerals equals 666. You put Elvis with DCLXVI, it equals 141. Okay? So 141 is super important, right? But here's where it gets really important. So now I was connecting it to the fact that 45 with a crown, because the 45 needs the crown, right? The 45 needs the O, which equals 141. Okay, remember that. Okay, what I'm showing here. The O45 is 141. So watch this. We're going to connect it to the presidents. So 141. So from the first George president to the next George president is 141. Get it? 1 to the 41, the bridge. Do you understand? 1 to the 41. First George to the second George. Then you got Bill Clinton, who was the 42nd president, George Bush Jr., which is the 43rd. And by the way, you add George Bush Sr. and Jr., you get 84. 41 and 43 is 84. 43 and 41 is 84. So there's an 84 connection with the father and son. But look, 1 to the 41. Remember, I'm connecting the 141. 141. First George to the second George, then 42nd president, 43rd president, 44th president, and 45th president. This is the bridge to the 216. See that? You add that up, you get 216, which is August 4th. So all that 45 needs is that bridge, the O, the portal. He needs the head wound because the head is the bridge. You understand? The head looks like a crown, crowning into the womb, the portal coming out of the womb is crowning. And 45 with the letter O, add up 45 and 216, you get 666. And August 4th is the 216th day of the year, the day Trump gets his head wound in Ohio. See? Stops right there to the 216. Okay? And yes, 6 times 6 times 6 equals 216. Yep. And that's why it's all connected, okay? Now, why am I showing you the 141? Remember, I was all the number 45. You put it in gematria. I forgot. Let me just. Where is it, real quick? So remember, 45 with a crown, the letter O equals 141. George to the next George is 141. Assassinated presidents. What were their numbers? 16, 20. 25, 35, 45, add it up, you get 141. There it is again. And 4, 5, right? See it? 141 again. You see how it all connects? And look at that, 162 or 2016, the first two. Elvis died in the 16th state, was born in the 20th state. I told you 2025 is the resurrection number, 45. See it? I'm just saying. And then you have JFK and Trump. Okay? But there's that 141. Now, watch how it all connects here. Watch. Let me get my feelings, my feeling in my hand. I literally can't hold the phone anymore. Folks, listen. This is the last stack of the first pile. Guess how much left we have? The exact same amount as all of this that I've gone. So I have another hour and 15 minutes to show you. Unbelievable. The phone's going to die. I know it is. It's already glitching. Oh my God. I have no feeling left in my hands, folks. I don't know how bad my arthritis is. I might have to break it into two parts. If this glitches out, I might have to break it and just say part 2 to finish the rest. But I'm going to try to finish it. I'll try. I want to get it over with. All right. Let's keep going, man. Oh my God. I can't even, the pain in my arm is so bad right now, folks. Sorry. My hand is shaking, man. So if you were to take Elvis Aaron Presley, Donald John Trump, Barack Hussein Obama, and add the triple crown, the letter O, to their names, look what's going to happen. Look at this. You get the totals is 8-4 with a crown, and then 11/22, which is JFK's death date. So you have 8-4, which is when Trump gets his head wound on Obama's birthday, the 216th day of the year. Elvis Aaron Presley equals 216 by itself. Elvis Aaron Presley equals 216. Donald John Trump's going to get on 8-4. Barack's born on 8-4. The 216th day of the year is 8-4, and that's Elvis Aaron Presley equals 216. And you have the crown, the portal, and 11/22. 8-4 to 11/22. JFK's death date. Do you see it? Now, why am I showing you this? From 8-4 to 11/22. Guess what it is from Barack's birthday to JFK's death? From the day Barack was born to the day JFK's died, it's 840 days if you don't add the day. It's 8-4. It's 8-4 one day if you add the day. 8-4-0. The portal, you see? And then one day. 0-1 if you add the day. But he'd make it through the whole day. You see what I mean? So from Barack's birthday to JFK's 8-4. Get it? 8-4 to 11/22. 8-4, 11/22 is 84. 8-4, the portal, 11/22. 8-4-0, 11/22. 8-4-0 from 8-4, 11/22. Okay? Do you understand? And I told you Trump's born on 6/14. 6 times 14 is 84. Okay? Trump's born on 6/14. 6 times 14 is 84. Trump's born on the 165th day of the year, 166 on a leap year. He's going to resurrect on August 4th. 6 times 14 is 84. He's born on the 165, 66 day of the year on a leap year. Why am I showing this? Because resurrection equals 165 and 66. By the way, this is old information I'm showing. Can you imagine I showed this years ago and we're still talking about this? Nobody knows this information. Do you understand? 165th day of the year, 166 on a leap year. See it? Resurrection equals 165, 66. Okay? And by the way, the word insurrection equals exactly the same as resurrection. Insurrection equals resurrection. Okay? Same exact numbers. All right? Now, let's go to the next. We're not even... Did I finish this stack? No. I still have another stack to show before I get to the second stack of cards. This is unreal, man. This is like a nightmare. I'm serious. Like a nightmare. I'm serious. I'm literally dreading the rest of this video. Okay, let me show you this. So, I predicted Seattle to win the Super Bowl back in June, before the season even started. I said Seattle would go to the Super Bowl and win. And why did I say that? Is because they were playing at Levi's Stadium. Because Levi's is an anagram for Elvis. Do you understand? And this is the first time they've been playing at Levi's Stadium since I've been doing my videos about it. Okay? I started talking about this in 2016, but they played in 2015 the last time at Levi's Stadium, the Super Bowl. So, and that was the first time in 2015. And now they played it again, you know. Hold on. Where was the Super Bowl played in 2015?
The Super Bowl, which was Super Bowl 49.
Oh, that was 49. No, it was 2016. Where was Super Bowl 2016? Levi Stadium. That's the one. When was Super Bowl 50? Yeah, it was in 2016. See? It was in Super Bowl. It was in Levi Stadium was in 2016. The 216. You see what I mean? 16-2, 216. And then they played it in 26. Okay? And 16 and 26 is 42. You get it? The year 16 and the year 26 we're in. They played the Super Bowl. Okay? Now, and yeah, and the New England Patriots, which is known as the Flying Elvis helmet they had. Anyway, so again, I predicted Seattle to win the Super Bowl. Now look, let's look at the logo of this Super Bowl. Super Bowl 60 logo. Coincidence, people. Really? You think it's a coincidence? Yeah, I know the phone is. It's about, like I said, it goes off. I'll try to come back right away. It's got a bridge on it. It's got a bridge on it, man. Do you see it? It's got a bridge. Okay? Sorry, hold on. I'm looking at something. So it's got a bridge. And look, in the back, it's like green, like a Emerald City, you know? And little brick road, get it? Whatever the hell this is. I don't know. But it doesn't matter. It's got a bridge on it. That's trying to show you. Okay? And I told you the Super Bowl trophy, it's called the Vince Lombardi trophy. All right? When was Vince Lombardi born? June 11th.
Vince Lombardi was born on June 11th, 1913. He was a famous
What is the
NFL
Super Bowl
coach,
trophy called?
known for leading the Green Bay.
The
Super Bowl trophy is called the Vince Lombardi Trophy.
See?
And it's awarded annually.
And Green Bay
team.
was the winner of the first two Super Bowls.
Who won the first two Super Bowls.
And they won the 31st Super Bowl too. And then they won. Who won the 45th Super Bowl? Green Bay. You see? Green, like Emerald City. Get it? The 45th Super Bowl was Green Bay, the winners. 45. Now watch. Look at this. Let me show you this. Look. Oh, let me show you the logo. Let me show you the logo. Super Bowl 45 logo. Look at this thing. See? It looks like the Space Needle. You see the round stadium like? It looks like the Space Needle. And remember, that's June 11th. You know? The trophy is June 11th, Vince Lombardi. And they're showing you like a Space Needle type structure. Do you get it? Do you understand what I'm saying? The 45. Are you guys getting what I'm showing? Okay. Oh, it's not working. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Okay, you guys understand. right? Give me a second. Give me a second. I'm not done. I'm not done. I'm not done. Here, get ready. So I told you the 45 needs the crown, right? The 45 needs the crown. So they won Super Bowl 60, Seattle. 45 plus the crown. The O, I mean the portal, the bridge, the crown, the head, the face, the egg, the womb, the matrix, whatever you want to call this thing. It's a bridge. The 45 is the bridge. Green Bay won the 45th Super Bowl. And the O is the bridge. 45, O, they win. Seattle. Do you see it? 45 and the O, man. Are you understanding what I'm showing you? I told you the 45 needed that O, and you think it's a coincidence that it was Seattle to win after the O? Are you understanding what I'm saying? And here is the amount of days in between the 45th and 60th. 15 years, 3 days. 15 years. And you know the time is 101. 1 with the zeros in between, get it? 1 to the 26. The 15 is the 0. I mean the O. The O is the 15th letter. Do you get it? The 3 is a crown. 15. 26 prime is 101. The O is the 15. Are you understanding it? Are you understanding? And notice these numbers, 4, 5, 6, 0. Watch this. Look at this. Look at this. From 45th Super Bowl, look at the date, 206. You know what the 206 area code is? Seattle. Washington State's first area code was 206. Seattle's area code is 206. The 26 prime is 101. 101. It's the same numbers as 6, 11, 26. Same numbers, look. 6, 1, 1, and a 2. Same numbers. You have a 15, which is the O. Are you paying attention? The O. 4, 5, 6. O, 4, 5, 6. Super Bowl was 4, 5, 6, 0. The O is the 15. See it? 4, 5, 6, O. 4, 5, 6, O. Do you see it? From the 45th Super Bowl, 6-11. Are you understand? Is there anyone who didn't understand this part? Can you help me out and tell me if you're understanding this? Look at that. And remember, I'm showing you the O and the 4, 5, 6. From Elvis's birthday to 6-11, the date's 154 days. If you add the dates 155 days on a leap year, 111, by the way. But look, 1, 5, 4, or 1, 5, or 5, 6. See it? 1, 5, 1, 5, 4, 5, 6. We'll show you. 1, 5, 4, 5, 6. Are you understanding what I'm showing? From that Super Bowl to 6-11. That's from Elvis's birthday to 6-11. 1, 5, 4, 5, 6. See it? Come on, people. And then from Elvis's birthday, the day he was born to that day, to Seattle Super Bowl was 91 years, 1 month, 91 years, 1 month, 0 days, or 1 day. Look at that. It's 9/11/01, the Twin Towers. You see? When Seattle won the Super Bowl, 9/11/01. See it? From Elvis's birth. Okay? And I'm not going to get into it, but you know what happened in 2011 when Green Bay won the 45th Super Bowl. That was the year of Gabby Giffords getting her head wound on Elvis's birthday. And that same day, on Elvis's birthday in 2011, was the Beast Quake in Seattle. Beast Quake and Gabby Giffords getting her head wound, the congresswoman. And she was the one doing the fight, fight, fight. And then Trump got his ear clipped. Trump got his ear clipped. And he went back to Butler, Pennsylvania after he got his ear clipped. And what did he do? What did he do?
This time, it is 6/11, 12 weeks to the minute that the shooting began. I would like, this time, it is 6/11, 12 weeks to the minute.
So I said 12 weeks. 12 weeks is 84 days. He went back to the place where he got his ear clipped. And he said this.
Weeks to the minute that the
12 weeks is 84 days.
To the minute that the shooting began. 12 weeks to the minute that this time, it is 6/11, 12 weeks to the minute.
Why is he saying 12 weeks? I mean, why is he saying 6/11? Because the time on the clock, the time on the clock was 6/11. And then he says 12 weeks is 84 days. There's my two predictions again. And he, you know, when after he got his ear clipped, he said fight, fight, fight. He was referencing the Gabby Giffords head wound. Okay? She's the one who was doing the fight, fight, fight after she woke up from the coma, from the dead, 4 days after she got her head wound. And I told you, Trump wakes up 4 days after he goes into the coma. Okay? He gets his head wound on 8/4, wakes up on 8/8. Lionsgate portal day. Same thing. You see what I mean? And who woke Gabby Giffords up? Obama. Obama was born on 8/4. He woke her up 4 days after she got her head wound on Elvis's birthday. And she's the one that was going fight, fight, fight. And Trump said fight, fight, fight. When he got his ear clipped at 6/11, say Gabby Giffords getting the head wound, which was the same day as the Beast Quake in Seattle. It was called the Beast Quake. Look it up. All right? Now let's move on. There's only so much I can help you guys with, you know? Let me put this somewhere here. Are we still here, folks? Are we still live? That way I'm not doing this for nothing. Are we still live? I know it's glitching, but I can't help that. Are we still live? Okay, I'm going to keep going, man. I got to finish this. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm feeling sick already. It's actually making me sick doing this much. This is not good for me, man. It's giving me a serious anxiety, all of this. I'm just going to keep going. Yeah, that's a good one. I see you guys in the chat, yeah. All right, let's keep going, folks. I'm going to try to finish this video. The prime number, the ninth prime number is 23. And 1 through 9 equals 45. You see that? So, you know, it's interesting because, you know, when you get to the, you get 0, which is the portal, to the 1. You know, once you get past the 9, you have to get, to 1 and the 0, right, which is 10. Look at that. 9 is in there. 2, 3, 4, 5. You see what I mean? 2, 3, 4, 5. And Elvis was born in the first month. Trump was born in the 6th month. So you have the 1 is 6, and the 2, 3, 4, 5 is in between 1 and 6. I'm just saying it's just interesting that, because I told you how important that 9 is, to the puzzle. But anyway, the 9, like I said, 1 to 9 equals 45, and I told you through is the portal going through. And I told you that the 11, which looks like the word equal, it looks like the equal sign, is the bridge also. The 11, ways like that. So that's an connection to 11, and then you need the O, like the 110 or the 01, which I was showing you guys earlier. And the word through, interesting that the word through is the backwards numbers of the word king. Elvis was known as the king, and interesting that 6722 equals the word Elvis. 6722 is the word Elvis. So through equals Elvis right here. Not the back numbers. Back numbers is not Elvis. But the 6722 is the word Elvis. And Elvis was known as the king. Through equals 67. How important that is. You'll see how it connects in a moment. You'll see how it connects in a moment. Yeah, through is the word hurt. And I told you the bridge is the portal. Bridge equals 45, and it goes, and the bridge, this is the bridge. You see it? It's like a road, a bridge. Goes through the portal. And notice it looks like looking up. Like, imagine if you were looking up at the Space Needle. Doesn't it look like that? Anyway, like I told you, Elvis is the beast out of the sea. He's the phoenix rising. He's the kraken. He's the sea goat. He's the camel that shoots through the eye of the needle. Anyway, so it's the portal, the crown or the portal, the head. Anyway, needs that, the bridge. And Elvis, you put the portal, the O, Elvis, the crown, Elvis with the letter O, it equals. And notice it's 62, that's June 11th. But look at that. It equals portal. Elvis Brown, the letter O, it equals portal. And that's why Washington, it equals the O portal. So it's telling you the O it's the portal. Washington is the O portal. It equals exactly the same. Okay? There's many things that equal the serpent equals Washington. Elvis, and Elvis was under the serpent man, the Masked Singer. Remember that? Under the serpent mask on the Masked Singer.
The person under the was Dr. Banks.
Singer. Singing surgeon, whatever the hell. During that 19 nonsense, which I told you is all connected to Elvis. Anyway, so anyway, so let me keep going here. Oh man, hold on, folks. I hope I make it through this video, man. Really, I don't know if I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna do my best. I don't know how I'm gonna make it through. What are you saying? Yeah, I can't read your comments, folks, because it's yeah, Thursday. Yes, good one. Thursday is like through, and June 11th this year is on a Thursday. Good one. Yeah, good one, man. You got it. Yeah. There you go. I can't believe I didn't think of that. June 11th is on a Thursday this year, and through is the same letters as the abbreviation of Thursday. Yeah. Anyway, let's keep. Uh-oh. Come on, don't stop now. Come on, don't stop now. So remember, I told you Elvis needs the 9. He was born on 1/8. He needs a 9. Add all the numbers between 1 through 8, you get 36, which is the 666 stuff, because 1 through 36 is 666. But 1 through 8, you go to 36, right? And Elvis would have been 1 year old in 36, which I was showing you earlier, because 0 and 1 are like the same thing. That's why the binaries are 1 and 0 on computers. 1 through 9 equals 45, because Elvis needs that 45, okay? That's what it's all about. Right? He needs that 45. And look, I told you that and my birthday is on 9/4, but it landed on the 9/5 day, right? I'm telling you that everything's about the 94, 95. So 4/4, the day Martin Luther King was killed, he was killed in Memphis, Tennessee. Elvis the Kid in Memphis, Tennessee, when this happened. 9/4/5, right? I told you that 1 through equals 45. And he was on the 9/5 day, leap year, 94, 9/4/5. So there it is again. Do you understand? Because he needs the 9. 1 through 9 is 45. It was the 94, 95 day of the year because it was a leap year. It was MLK. And where was Elvis's birthplace address? Watch this. Watch how it connects to this. Where was Elvis's birthplace address? The address number was 306. 340. What's in between 3 and 6? 45. That's his address number, his birthplace. 306. The number. And what's 645? Right? And Mel, I told you 1 through 9 equals 45. He was killed on the 94, 95 day of the year because it was a year. What was the room number? Okay, can somebody in the chat tell me what was the last thing you heard? Because to everyone watching this on a replay, my phone glitched and I'm coming back on now. What did you guys last hear? What was the last thing you heard? I should redo that part, huh? Let me just go back 1 second here. Let me redo that part. Yeah, let me just redo that. So just real quick. So because I told you Elvis needs the 9, right? He's born on 1/8. 1 through 8, born on 1/8. 1 through 8 is 36. He needs to get to the 45. He needs this 45, which I've been showing throughout this whole video, right? 1 through 9 is 4/5. MLK, who was killed in Memphis, Tennessee. By the way, if you're watching this on a replay, I'm doing this information over this part because it glitched. So anyway, so Martin Luther King was killed in Memphis, Tennessee. Elvis lived and died in Memphis, Tennessee. And he died, Elvis was living here when Martin Luther King was killed. And Martin Luther King was killed on 4/4 in a leap year. So it was the 95th day of the year, but normally it's 94th day of the year, 9/4/5, which again connects to my birthday, 9/4/95. I was born September 4th, but it was a leap year that when I was born. So I was born on the 9/5 day. But anyway, the point is that it's all connected to Elvis because the Memphis, Tennessee, right? And to the 9/4/5 because 1 through 9 equals 45. Elvis's birthplace. The address is 306. What's in between the 3 and the 6? The 45. Okay? That's the key here. The 36, because Elvis was born on 1/8. 1 through 8 equals 36. Get it? 1 through 8 equals 36. So what's in between the 36 is 45. Okay? And back to MLK, Because I told you MLK was, I told you the numbers 1 through 9 equals 45. He died on the 94-95 day of the year, 945. 1 through 9 equals 45. Get it? 945. And where, and I just showed you that the birthplace of Elvis's address is 306. 3, in between 3 and 6 is 45. And I told you Elvis was born on 1/8. 1 through 8 is 36, right? So that's what's in between 306 is the 45. And you think Martin Luther King, his address of the place where he died was 45 with a crown and his room number was 306? Come on, man. Do you understand what I'm showing you? You've got to be kidding me. Because what's in between 3 and 6 is the 45. And look at the address. Are you understanding what I'm telling you? And you know MLK was born in Atlanta. The area code was 404. Okay? For the people who don't know, I've shown all the connections with that. You just got to watch my videos to understand it. But I'm not going to get into all that. But he died on 404, and he was born in the 404 area code, MLK. You know? Do you understand how ridiculous this is? What I'm showing? Come on, people. This is like, I'm trying to show you that they're going through the portal. Okay? Now, let's get back to it again. So the bridge is 45, it equals. Portal, it needs. The O. Yes, God bless everyone in the chat. Appreciate that. Anyway, I'm not looking at the chat really. But anyway, bridge equals 45. Portal is the O, the 0. So it needs that 0. Why does it need the 0, people? I've shown it 100 times. The 4-5 needs the 0 to get to the 216. 450 plus 216 is 666. August 4th is the 216th day of the year when Trump gets his head wound. The O is like a crown, a head, the head going through the womb, the portal, crowning. You understand? 4-5 needs that 0. Trump is the 45 president, right? Remember? Anyway, so watch how I show you how the 45 connects to everything. The word fallen angel equals the word space needle. Exactly. Because Elvis is the fallen angel, okay? And by the way, the word fallen equals Donald. Look it up. Donald equals fallen. Okay? And if I'm wrong, can someone look that up real quick? Because I haven't said that in a long time. But anyway, but fallen angel, because Elvis is the fallen angel, not just a fallen angel. He is the one. And Trump is the image of the one. Now, why am I showing you this? Because remember, everything's about the 45. What does Space Needle equal? What does Space Needle equal? 8944. What's in between the 89 and 44 is 45. 44 plus 45 is 89. That's what's the missing piece, is the 45. Okay? And who is the 45 president? Trump is the 44th person to become the 45th president. Obama is the 44th president, but the 43rd person. And Obama's born on August 4th. But Trump is the 44th person to become president. 45th president to take office. And now he's the 47 also. But you see what I mean? Okay? So it needed the 45. That's my point. So in between the Space Needle numbers, 8944, the 45. What is Elvis equal? 67, and the reduced number is 22. What's in between 22 and 67? 45. 22 plus 45 is 67. Do you understand? Okay? And just to show you how incredible that is, listen to this. What is 22 plus 23 plus 24 plus 25 plus 26 plus 27 plus 28 plus 29 plus 30 plus 31 plus 32 plus 33 plus 34 plus 35 plus 36 plus 37 plus 38 plus 39 plus 40 plus 41 plus 42 plus 43 plus 44 plus 45?
The answer is 804.
You see that? 22 through 45 is 804. You see that? And that is 67. Elvis equals 67. What's in between 22 and 67 is the 45. So 22 through 45 equals 804. 216th day of the year, Elvis Aaron Presley equals 216. You see what I mean? Okay. And I told you the Space Needle needed 45. It's in between 89 and 44. What's in between 89 and 44? 45, right? What's in between the word twin? Twin equals 66, 21. What's in between 66 and 21? 45. The 45 is the bridge. Okay? 45 plus 21 is 66. And who was born on the 45.21% of a year? Trump. Trump is born on the 45.21% of a year. See that? The twin. I told you, Elvis, he's the replacement twin, folks. Trump is the replacement twin, and he was the 45th president. Are you serious? So you're telling me the 45th president, you know what I mean? You know, he's born on the 45.21% day of the year. Okay? Please. Give me a break, man. And I told you that equals the word twin. You know, 21 plus 45 is 66. Twin. And that's how many years was in between Elvis and the Twin Towers. 66 years. You know? And from Trump, and look, from Trump's birthday to the year 91, that's when he turned 45. See? The bridge year, 91. Elvis is 91 right now. See? And how many years? Oh, no. I was going to say, my brain was thinking something else. Yeah, it's 45. Anyway, so, and you know the George, you know that Washington is named after George Washington, right? The Washington State. Georgia Guidestones it opened 45 years after Elvis was born. 45 years after Elvis was born. Okay? And I'm going to show you more with the connections here, but I'm not going to do that. So, and then it went down 42 years later, and Elvis died at 42. You know that? So Elvis was, from Elvis's birth to the day the Georgia Guidestones opened, because it was demolished, right? It was supposedly blown up. Get it? Go look. If you watch my Georgia Guidestones videos, you'll lose your mind, all the connections. Anyway, so, man, my brain's not working. So from Elvis's birth to the Guidestones opening is 45 years. And then from that moment that it opened to the day it was demolished was 42 years, you know? And guess what the date was? 7/6/22. And if you say the numbers backwards, instead of 7/6, 6/7, 6/7/22. Get it? Get it? What's in between 67 and 22? 45. It went down on 7/6/22, but you could say 6/7/22. Are you understanding? Are you understanding what I'm telling you? Did anyone not get what I just said? It went down on 7/6/22. 6/7/22. Get it? Instead of 7/6, 6/7, you could say it like they do in the UK. And Elvis equals 67/22. What's in between 67 and 22? 45. Okay? And I told you, from Washington State being founded to Elvis's birth is 45 years. I told you in between 67 and 22 is 45. You add up all the numbers between 22 through 45, you get 804, which is the day Trump gets his head wound. And I told you Trump's the 45th president. What's the square root of 45? 6.7. The 6-7, man. 7-6. Get it? You know? 6-7. 7-6. The 45. Trump's the 45th president. The 45th prime is 197. What is the 197? Let's break that down. The 8th prime is 19. The 4th prime is 7. So 8-4 connects to 19 and 7. The 45th prime is 197. And look, 19 plus 7 is 26. Trump's going to get his head wound on 8-4-26. Are you looking? 45th prime is 197, 197. 8th prime is 19, 4th prime is 7. 197 is connected to the 8-4, which connects to the 45th prime, 197, 26. Trump's going to get his head wound on 8-4-26. Take the 19 and the 7. 19th prime is 67, 7th prime is 17. You get 84. And 26. Get it? 26, 84. Do you see it? And you know that 45th prime is 197. I told you the 45 needs the crown, right? Does the 45 need the crown, the bridge? 45 needs the crown, right? Get a load of this. 45 needs the crown, right? So, and Trump is the 45th president, right? Put a crown on June 14th, the day Trump was born, and write it in, June 14th, the letter O with the words June 14th, you get 197, which is the 45th prime. 45 needs the crown. 45th president was born on June 14th with the crown. You get 197. Do you see it? And 197, it's like the number 719 kind of. That's Trump's reverse birthday, 719. You see that? And do you know that that June 14th equals exactly the words July 19th? If you were to put in the gematria calculator, June 14th equals July 19th. Same numbers. Same exact numbers it equals. June 14th and July 19th. And that is Trump's reverse birthday. June 14th is Trump's reverse birthday. July 19th. I'm sorry. July 19th is his reverse birthday. Trump's born on June 14th. And what else? Why am I showing this? I can't remember now. Yeah, I don't know. There's something I was going to show and I can't remember why I'm showing. Yeah. Give me a second here. My hand's about to fall off again. Look at the... Hold on. Quick, look at the indentation in my finger. Look at that. You see that? I can't even open my hands. I can't even feel my hands. It's completely numb. Do you see the indentation from holding the phone? Oh my God. Oh, man. Hold on, folks. I lost all feeling in my hands. This is a marathon. I still have another 45 minutes to go, folks. My throat is killing me. Oh my God. This is a nightmare. I still have like 6 stacks to go. And you guys can't even thumb up the video, man. It's sad. I'm giving you a marathon connections here. All information, like no boring parts. You know, it's all information, you know, and you still don't care. Most ungrateful bums ever. Anyway, folks, I'm wasting time because I can't hold the phone. My hand's completely numb. Tomorrow I'm not going to be able to even lift my hand up. So remember, the bridge is the 45, the portal is the O. It needs that O, 450, because 450 gets you to the 216, which gets you to the 666. And August 4th is the 216th day of the year, the day Trump gets his head wound. 6 times 6 times 6 equals 216. Okay, so 450 needs that 216 to get to the 666, okay? Because August 4th is when Trump gets his head wound. That's why, and Trump is the 45th president, and he needs to get that head wound to get to the 666. He needs to get, you know, whatever. You know what I mean. And so why am I showing this? Why am I showing this? Oh, because look, when Elvis died, the year Elvis died, okay, watch this. The year Elvis died was in 1977. Look at their ages, 42, and then Trump was 31, Obama was 16 when Elvis died. These were their ages when Elvis died. Okay? Now watch. First of all, look at the numbers. 42, that's Washington is the 42nd state. 3116. So you have the crown on the 611. See it? 611 with the crown. Do you see that? So that's the first clue. So you have Washington is the 42nd state, Elvis's age, 42. Then you have Obama and Trump's age. You have the 3 with the 611. Okay? Now, here's another connection. Wait, you'll see how it all connects to 450 in a minute. So Elvis died at 42. What is Trump and Obama's ages combined? 47. 42, 47. From Elvis's birthday to 6/11 is 155 days if you add the day. 155 days is 42.47%. See the 42 and 47? And that year that they died, Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown on June 11th. I mean, that Elvis died, you know, that year in 77. So there's another connection, you know, the 47-42 connection right there, right? Now, why am I bringing this up? You'll see right now. So their ages were 42, 31, and 16. If you took their prime numbers, look what happens. You take their prime. The prime numbers of 42, 31, and 16, their ages, the year Elvis died, you add it up, you get 89, and then the prime numbers add up to 361. 89 plus 361 is 450. See it? There's that 450 again. See, I'm just saying, these coincidences, you know, come on. So, you know, Elvis, from Elvis's birthday to 6/11, if you don't add the dates, 154 days, because, you know, he wasn't born on a leap year. See, if it was a leap year, it would be 155, 156, and the 156 prime is 9/11. So the 9/11 is already done. So Elvis's birthday, because Elvis was not born on a leap year. So on a regular year, from Elvis's birthday to 6/11 is 154 days. The Antichrist equals 154 days if you don't add the day. But if you add the day, it's 155 days. Okay, which is way more important. You'll, you know, later in the video, I think I'll show you why. But Elvis, from Elvis's birthday to 6/11 is 154 days. If you don't add the day, 155 days if you add the day. And what happens if you take those numbers, 154, 155, look what you get. There it is again. The 45 with the bridge, the head wound, the crown, the face, the womb, the matrix, the egg, the ring, whatever you want to call this O, it's a bridge. 45 equals bridge. Bridge is the portal to the 216. It adds up to 666, 450 plus 216. Okay? You type in 154, 155, which is the days from Elvis' birthday to 6/11. Okay? Now, Elvis Aaron Presley equals 216. 6 times 6 times 6 equals 216. August 4th is the 216th day of the year, right? June 11th is the 162nd day of the year. It's the same numbers, 162. But Elvis Aaron Presley equals 216. So if this equals 450, 450 needs the 216, then that means that if you add Elvis Aaron Presley to the numbers 154 and 155, you're going to get 666. Do you see? Are you telling me that out of all the days, you understand that's the only back-to-back numbers that do this? Back-to-back, I'm saying. 154, 155 with Elvis Aaron Presley. You could find maybe one or two other numbers that might equal, but not in succession like this. 154, 155. Are you understanding what I'm showing? Okay? This is the key right here. The 154, 155. 154, 155 is the 45 with the crown, the 216. Okay? All right. Do you guys understand? All right. Is there anyone here who doesn't understand? And remember, Elvis Aaron Presley equals 216. And August 4th is the 216th day of the year, the day Trump gets his head wound. All right. And he survives that deadly head wound. Look what happens when you put a crown on 216, which is August 4th, right? If you put a crown, the letter O, on 216, it is the first number that does this. When putting a crown on any number before 216, you will never see this. At 216 is the first time when putting the letter O with a number that you will get this. Look at this perfect number. 24390 is 333. 24390 backwards, 333, and you get 666. Okay? That is why the head wound on the 45th president, August 4th, is the 216th day of the year. 6 times 6 times 6 equals 216. See? With a crown. Okay? That's what it needs. All right? Look at the dent on my finger. Look at that. Look at that, man. From holding the phone. Oh, man. This is yeah, just keep going here. I gotta finish this, folks. I gotta finish it. Gotta finish it. This is gonna be the greatest video ever on YouTube. So Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown the year Elvis died. Okay? So the year Elvis died, a horse called Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown on June 11th. Okay? Slew means to violently kill. It's the past tense of slay. So you're telling me the year Elvis died that you had Seattle Slew win the Triple Crown on June 11th? And Seattle's in Washington State? Come on, man. Let me show you why I'm showing you this, besides the 611 connection. So it was in 1977. 1977. Why am I saying that? Because, see what happens when you break it down. 1970, the first three numbers is 197, which is the 45th prime, is 197. Then you have the bridge, the O, the portal, and then you have a 7. 4507. The 611th prime is 4507. See it? 611th prime is 4507. And Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown on 6/11/1977. Okay? Did anyone not understand what I just showed? Does anyone understand what I just showed? I mean, does anyone not understand what I just showed? So, from Elvis's birthday to 6/11, if you add the day, it's 155 days. From Elvis's birthday to 6/11, it's 155 days. Okay? Why am I showing this? Because look, remember I just told you the 611th prime is 4507? If you broke it down again, 45 is the 9. 1 through 9 equals 45. That's my birthday, 945. Everything has to be with the 945. So the 611th prime is 4507. 45 is 9. 4 plus 5 is 9. 0, 7. The 155th prime is 907. Are you understanding what I just showed? From Elvis's birthday to 6/11, if you add the day, it's 155 days. 155th prime is 907. 611th prime is 45, which is 907. 907. Okay? Are you understanding it? Is anyone not understanding it? And the 155 from Elvis's birthday to 6/11 is 155 days. If you wrote 155, it is the first number when written out to equal 216, which is August 4th, 216th day. Because 6/11 has to connect to August 4th with Elvis. So from Elvis's birthday to 6/11 was 155 days. 155 equals 216. 216 is August 4th, the 216th day of the year. Because 6/11 has to connect to August 4th. Do you understand? Okay? And of course, August 4th is the 6 times 6 times 6 day of the year, right? All right? Elvis Aaron Presley equals 216. All right? Now, back to this again. 1 through 9 equals 45. And I told you Elvis needs the 9. He was born on the 1/8. He needs the 1/9. That's why the Crown 19 sickness, the first time in the pandemic, the first time was in Seattle. It was in Washington State in America. And the first death was in Washington State, the first outbreak of the 19 crown sickness. And because corona means crown. And the first famous person to get it was Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks was filming the Elvis movie. Okay? Because Elvis needed his 19, the 1/9. Okay? So remember, we were talking about 1977. We were talking about 1977 because Elvis died in 77 and Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown in 1977. Look at this. The Super Bowl, the date was 1/9. And you can write it as 109, you see? The Super Bowl that year was on 109. 1 through 9, get it? Elvis needs the 1/9. 1 through 9, 109, 19. The Super Bowl that year. And I'm not sure, was it the 11th Super Bowl? That would connect to the 9/11 too. But I'm not sure. I can't remember. I think it was the 11th Super Bowl. But look at this. That same year, the Triple Crown, right, was won by Seattle Slew. Because remember, 1 through 9 equals 45. Watch. And Seattle Slew, when it won the Triple Crown, it was at the Belmont Stakes because he won the Kentucky Derby, the Preakness, and the Belmont Stakes. It was the 109th running, folks. Are you understanding what I'm showing you? It was the 109th running of the Belmont. Because I just told you 1 through 9 equals 45. I told you the O, it represents through. All right, folks, are you getting that part, what I just showed? Are you getting that part, what I just showed? Is anyone not getting that? And just to show you that it's connected with the 9-4, whose stadium was the Seattle winning at? Levi Stadium, right? Which Elvis is the anagram, right? 1 through 9 equals 45. I'm talking to somebody in the chat. The 109 represents 1 through 9 through the portal. So it equals 45. 1 through 9 equals 45. 109, get it? 1 through 9, the 0, 109, 1 through 9. That's what it's saying, okay? And 1 through 9 equals 45. So anytime you see 109 or 19, that's what it represents. Anyway, so the Belmont Stakes, where Seattle won on June 11th, was the 109th running, right? And from that day, 6/11, that day he won the Triple Crown. Seattle slew. The year Elvis died on 6/11, Seattle still won the Triple Crown. To this year, 6/11, when Washington State gets struck, where Seattle is, it's 49 years. Get it? 9-4, 49. And where was Elvis? Where was the Seattle winning the Super Bowl? Levi Stadium. Levi's is Elvis, and it's 49er Stadium. It's 49er Stadium. Can you believe this? Are you understanding that? Did you get that, people? Okay. And here's something I show every video. I'm going to end it with something good, but right now, let me just show this. So I told you my predictions are 6/11 and August 4th, right? The Washington State event on 6/11, the B side of the C event, and August 4th is Trump's head one in Ohio, right? 6/11, 8-4. So I told you, what does Satan need? If Satan equals 55 and Satan needs 666, what does he need? You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? So what he needs is 6/11, because Washington State event is on 6/11. 611 plus 55 is 666, because Satan equals 55. So he needs the 6/11 to get to 666. And I guess it's just a coincidence that in between 6/11, my prediction, to 8-4, my other prediction is 55 days when you add the day. So understand what you're seeing. August 4th is the 216th day of the year. 6 times 6 times 6 equals 216. And from 6/11 to August 4th is 55 days. That's Satan. 611 plus 55 is 666. Okay, do you understand? And I told you that Elvis Aaron Presley equals 216. Okay? And the 216, when you add the letter O, this is what it does. This is the first number that does this. Every other number, you'll never see that. Only with the O with the 216. Okay? So anyway, so what I'm trying to say is, this is it right here. You think this is a coincidence that Satan needs the 6/11 to get to the 8-4, which is the 666 day? 611 plus 55 is 666. 6/11 plus 55 days lands on 8-4. You can't, I mean, it's too perfect. There's just no chance. There is no chance that these predictions don't happen. It's absolutely impossible, folks. Why do you think I never stopped? Because I know it's going to happen. Okay? Now, remember, everything is about the 45. That's the bridge. Okay? So twin equals 66, 21, and what's in between 60? Because Elvis had an identical twin that died at birth. And from Elvis's birth from the day the twins were born, and one of them died, okay, from Elvis's birth to the day the Twin Towers fell was 66 years. 8 months, 4 days. But the 66 and the word twin equals 66. So the Twin Towers fell for Elvis, who was an identical twin, and his identical twin was sacrificed. Okay? So what's in between 66 and 21 is the 45, right? All right? Now watch. It's the twin, right? Now watch. We're talking about 611 going to be struck, right? What's 1 through 11? If you add up all the numbers between 1 through 11 is 66. If you add up all the numbers between 1 through 6 is 21. 611 connected to the 6621, which is the word twin. Okay? 6621 is twin. 1 through 11 is 66. 1 through 6 is 21. What's in between the twin, 6621, is the 45. So what's the missing? So what do you have? 611. Where's the 911? See? 1 through 9 is 45. See? So there it is. You get the 6, the 9, and the 11 for the twin. Okay? Are you understanding? And it was 66 years from Elvis's birth. From Elvis's birth, it was 66 years to 9/11. Okay? Are you understanding? Okay? Now keep going. Remember I told you that the bridge is the portal, and the bridge is like the equal sign. Pay attention. Pay attention. Elvis's age, the year Trump was born, was 11. 11 is the O, is the bridge. Do you understand? Because this is like a bridge. You turn it sideways. It's a bridge into the portal. Elvis was 11 when Trump was 0. Okay? Do you understand? There is that bridge with the portal. The 11 looks like a bridge when you turn it sideways, right? And, you know, I told you that the binary codes are 1 and 0, right? Binary codes are 1 and 0, right? The 6th, how do you write number 6 in binary codes? 1, 1, 0. 611 with a crown. So how do you write the number 6 in binary codes? Because binary codes are zeros and ones. Remember, I told you 0 is 1. It's like the same thing. You know, you count. When you're counting, you start from 1, which they say is 0, you know, basically. You know what I mean? But anyway, so binary codes are zeros and ones. How do you write number 6? 1, 1, 0. 611 with a crown, with a portal. Now, let's get back to this. So from Elvis's age, when Elvis turned 11, Trump was 0. There's your 110. The bridge is the 11 and the 45 and the portal. You see, that's what the 40. This is all 45. What you're saying, because the bridge equals 45. This looks like a bridge into the portal. Okay. Twin towers were 110 floors each. There's that 11 with the 0. Do you understand? Elvis was 66. Trump was 55. All right. Elvis was 66. Trump was 55. Trump was Satan during the Twin Towers coming down. Okay. And Obama was 55 when Trump was elected. Okay. So it all has to connect to each other. Everything. So the floors were 110 floors. 110. Do you understand? Trump, Elvis age. When Trump was born, Elvis's age 11, 110 floors. 110 floors. Okay? And then the other one was 47 floors, the other one that fell, right? Which I explained before. What you remember the first, listen to this, the first Triple Crown that was won on 6/11, 1919. The first one. Seattle Slew was the 10th one. 110. There it is again. 110. Are you looking at what I'm showing you? Yeah, exactly. The 2 floors is 66 floor. Exactly what I'm saying. Wait, I'm not done. Okay, but there you go. Remember the binary codes that I was just showing. Where is it? Let me get that out of there. So if you get another binary code, see, because the word twin equals 66. So if you put another 6 here, that's 110 floors. Get it? And yeah, it would be another 110. And it was 66 years from Elvis's birth to the day the Twin Towers fell. And 2 of them fell at 110 floors. Do you understand? Are you understanding what I'm showing here? Okay? The binary codes is 110. The Twin Towers came down. The 6th binary code is 110. You put another 6, which is the twin, 66, it'll be another 110. And that is the Twin Towers falling 66 years after Elvis was born. And here's another connection, like I just said, 110 again. First winner was winner on 6/11/1919. The next one, Seattle Slew one, was the 10th one, 110. Okay? Keep watching. How do you dial international? To call or dial out of the USA, you must dial the international exit code 011 110. See it? The portal, the bridge. And by the way, the word international, that's where Elvis started in Vegas at the International Hotel. And that was the most concerts he played there. International equals the words Lord and Savior. If you put Lord and Savior, it would equal exactly the word international. And Trump called his buildings international. Trump International Tower. You know what I mean? So international equals the words Lord and Savior. Okay? And to dial out, you have to dial 011 110, right? Now watch. So what do you get when you get the 110? Because remember, Elvis was 11 when Trump was 0. So the letter O is the 15th letter. So 11 plus 15 gets you 26, which is God. God equals 26. So if Elvis was 11 and Trump was 0, he needs to get to the 15. Pay attention, people. 11, Elvis was 11 when Trump was 0. 0 needs the 15 because the 15th letter of the alphabet is the O. 11 plus 15 equals 26. God equals 26, right? So how does he get from 11, 0? Because the O needs the 15. Then he goes to the day Obama was born. See? That's the day Elvis turned God, which equals 26. 15 years later, after Trump was born, 15 is the letter O. See it? The 15 needed that O to create the God. Are you understanding what I'm showing? All right? Do you understand? Can I keep going? Hold on, folks. My hand went numb again. Okay. Now, remember, we were talking about the 110. So remember, this was the moment that Elvis turned God to them. This is the moment right here, this year. And remember, this is August 4th because Elvis Aaron Presley equals 216. So it had to be on August 4th, the crown. Okay? because it's the 6 times 6 times 6 day of the year, the 216. So it had to be here, the moment that it turned God, okay? Now, and why is that? Why did it have to be at this moment? Because from this moment in the year 1961, you go forward to 1964, which is the year I was born, and Obama's 64 years old right now, okay? Remember, this is where he was 0. So Elvis's age right now, up to 64, you add it up, is 110. And then Trump's is 66 and Obama's 6. There it is again. 60. Remember, it was 66 years from the birth of Elvis to the day the Twin Towers fell. The 110 floors, remember? We started with Trump being born when Elvis was 11. He was 0. And the 6th binary code is 110. The 6th binary code is 110. The 6th binary code is 110. You see what I mean? And 611 or 911 upside down, the word twin equals 66. Do you see it? You see how ridiculous this is? Okay? Because I told you, right now, Obama is in between 64 and 65. Okay? All right? And that's why it has to happen while June 11th has to happen while they're still 64. Because on August 4th, he turns 65, Obama. That's the whole point, 645. All right? Okay? Anyway, so let's keep going. Because remember, from Elvis's birth, okay? From Elvis's birth to 9/11 was 66 years, 8 months, 4 days. Do you see it? There's that 8-4. All right? Do you understand what I'm trying to explain to you? 8-4 is Obama's birthday. Okay? I can show you all kinds of more stuff here. Just hold on. So 66 years in the year 2001. Twin equals 6621. 6621. And you have the 8-4 because Trump's going to get his head wound on 8-4. Okay? And if you add up all the numbers between 21 and 66, add up all the numbers between 21 and 66, you will get 2001. Add up all the numbers between 21 and 66, you will get 2001. Again, I ask you, how is this a coincidence? Absolutely impossible. Okay? Now watch. Trump has to get his head wound on August 4th, and then he wakes up 4 days later on August 8th. He gets his head wound on August 4th, wakes up 4 days later on August 8th. Trump's age, remember, he's 64. 64. Obama's 64 now. Remember, it started when Elvis became God right here. Okay? Obama's 64 now because it has to be here. 66 years for Trump. 6 for Obama. 66 and 6. 666. Okay? You add up all of this. 110 plus 66 plus 6, you get 182. 666 plus 182 is 848. You see it? See that? 110 plus 66 plus 6 is 182. 666 plus 182 is 848. See it? You see what I mean? And notice this. Look at these numbers right here. 1835 with a crown. That's Elvis's birthday. 1835 with a crown. So when Elvis turned 29, look at that. He turned 29. 18, he was born. 35 is the year, and then a crown. Look at that. Interesting. Oh, man. Hold on, folks. My hand is numb again. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. And America's age is going to be 250 after 611. See, it has to be while it's still 249. If you watch my videos, you know why. So the 250 is for the August 4th event, the 250, because it has to be it has to go from 49 to 5. See, 495. Do you get what I'm saying? So that's where it comes in. Yeah. And but anyway, 250 years America's age on July 4th, but 611 happens while it's still 249 years old, America. 250 is 25 with a crown, right? And someone's in the chat, I think I showed that before. 61, because remember the year 61 is where Elvis became God. 61, 62, 63, 64 adds up to 250. Yeah, that's correct. I've looked. I know that because I've shown that before. And hold on. There was something else I was going to show. Oh, man. So what are we? So where are we right here? So anyway, I was showing you that 110 plus 66 and plus 6 is 182. 666 plus 182 is 848. Why am I showing this? Besides the fact that it's 8-4, Trump gets his head wound. Then 4 days later on 8-8, he opens his eyes on Lionsgate Portal Day. Why am I showing that? Because 666 182. Because look. Remember, I told you 666 days is 182.47. 666, 182 is 848. And 47, who's the 47th president? He gets his head wound on 8-4. Comes back on 8-8. I mean, when I say comes back, I mean he opens his eyes. Okay? And notice that 666 days is 182.47. Oh, I'm sure this is just a coincidence too. That from the first of the year, I messed this up. Sorry. I messed this part up. Hold on. Oh. my hand wrote by itself. It was doing like I was trying to do a little line. It went like this because it's so it's off balance. My hand. I just messed up the whole page. Unbelievable, man. I couldn't control my finger. I'm stupid. All right, so oh man, I gotta erase this whole thing. I'm about ready to lose it. Look, from the first of the year, not from Elvis's birth, from the first of the year to 7-1 is 182 days. From 7-1, and by the way, 71 is the 20th prime, and we're in the year of the 20, to get it, like 20s. We're in the 20 years, 2020. You get what I'm saying? So from the first of the year to 7-1 is 182 days. And then from 7-1 to the day Elvis died is 47 days. Are you seeing that? So that means that Elvis, his death date had to do with the 18247, 666 days. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Does this make sense? So from the first of the year, 1-1 to 7-1 is 182 days. From 7/1 to 8/16 is 47 days. I hope you understand what I showed there. All right. Anyway, let's move on. It's not that important anyway, because here's where it's important. 666 days. 666 days connects to this. See that? 18247%. From Elvis's birthday to 9/11 is 247 days. 18247. Do you see it? 18247. See it? From Elvis's birthday to 9/11 is 18247. 247 days in between 1/8 and 9/11. 18247. So it's connecting to 666. Do you understand? And Elvis needs the 9th day of the year is 2.47, which happens to be September 4th. Okay? Anyway, which is my birthday connection. But anyway, so back to this. I already showed this. I was trying to show that 18350 is 18335 with a crown, Elvis' birth, that last part right there. All right. And which connects to the 666. See, that's what I'm talking about. The 666 right here. All that. And that's the final row for Elvis' birthday, 18335 with a crown. Anyway, and also check this out. Notice why 61 is so important here. 61 is where Elvis turned God, right? Elvis turned God in 61. And that's in between 61 and 62, the year, which is when 26, 27. We're in between the year 26 and 27 right now. We're in between the year 26 and 27 right now. And what is this right here? What is this? 6621. That's the word twin. And Elvis equals 6722. 6722. Do you see it? That's where he became God. All right, please, I need some feedback. Do you guys see that? That way I can move on. Are you getting that? I got to make sure you understood this. So when Elvis turned God in the year 61, are you guys understanding this? That's where it was the 6722, because we're in between years 26, 27 right now. 6722 is Elvis, same numbers, 6722. The year was 61 and 62, 6621 is the word twin and Elvis. Elvis had an identical twin, right? And now let's go to 64. What do we got? So if you go from 61 to 64, you got 22 and 67, which is Elvis, right? Which I showed you. Then you have 89, which is 89. And how do you get to the 89? 67 to 89, you need 22. There's the 22 again. See it? 2267, 2267, and then 22 to get to 89. Do you see what I mean? Are you getting it? And the 45 is in between, right? Hold on. The 45 is in between, right? 22 plus 45 is 67. 22 plus 67 is 89. And the 45th, the square root of 45 is 6.7. The square root of 45 is 6.7. Okay? Okay, do you understand now? And of course, this is the year that has all the sixes, 6666. There was two of them born, 66, 66, twins, 66, 66. Twin equals 66, right? You see what I mean? All right, folks, we're almost done. And remember, I was telling you that that when Trump gets his head wound, folks, look, this is the last thing on the show here. By the way, oh no, let me show this. Hold on. Let me show. And remember, I was just telling you that Elvis equals 67. Let me just show this real quick. So Elvis needs the 19, right? He's born on 1/8, needs the 19. The 8th prime number is 19. He's born on the 8th day, he needs the 19. 8th prime number is 19, right? And the 19th prime is 67. Elvis equals 67. 8th prime is 19. 8 leads to the 19. 8 through 19 equals 162, which is June 11th, the 162nd day of the year. And Elvis equals 67. 67, when written out, is the first number that equals 162, which is June 11th. Okay? Do you understand? All right? These are impossible coincidences, folks. Okay? Elvis needs the 19. 8 through 19 is 162. Come on, people. June 11th is the 162nd day of the year. 67 is the first number that equals 162 when written out. Okay? These are impossible, man. Impossible coincidences. Now, there's the last thing I'm going to tell you guys before I end this video. Okay, pay attention. So, so Trump was the 45th president. Okay? But he's also the 47, right? Because I told you, and he look, what he's still the 45th president. He's not only the 47th, he's also the 45. Okay? And he's the 44th person. So he's the 44th person, 45th president. And 47th president. So he's 44, 45, 47. Okay? Now, when he gets his head wound on August 4th, that's the day Elvis is going to enter Trump. Okay? Like Satan entered Judas. And Satan and Judas equal the exact same in gematria. You think that's a coincidence that Satan entered Judas in the Bible? It says that. And Satan and Judas equal the same in gematria? Come on, people. What this is unreal, right? And Elvis is going to enter Trump, okay, on that day. And then he's going to wake up on August 8th. And Trump is going to be the abomination of desolation, okay? So on August 4th, Trump gets his head wound. Elvis enters Trump. August 8th, he wakes up. But he doesn't, folks, he just wakes up. He's not going to get up and start dancing. It's going to take time for him to heal from his deadly wound. And while he's healing, the world is going to wonder after that beast because they're going to make an image of that beast. And it's probably going to look like Elvis or some exaggerated version of Trump. And so some silhouette that looks like Elvis, you get what I'm saying? Which looks like also Washington's head. The state of Washington looks like Elvis's head, the furthest west, which I showed earlier in the video. So you have, that's what's probably going to happen, you know? And what is an abomination? It's something, you know, if you watch the movies, they always showed some people who come back from the dead as an abomination. You've seen that, right? And in videos, they go, this is an abomination. You know, like the person came up out of the grave, you know, and walking around with people, you know. He's an abomination. They always say that. And because he's going to be the abomination of desolation. He's an empty vessel. And Elvis enters him. Okay? And then not only is it's a spiritual, you know, because in the Bible it says, and the where he steps into the holy place where he shouldn't be, or whatever. I can't remember what it says, but I haven't read that part of the Bible in a long time. But he steps into the holy place, which is into the temple. But temple can be two things. It can be going into the temple of the body, right? So it could be a spiritual going into the temple through the body, and actual temple he steps into. I believe maybe when he goes to Israel, that's another indicator. After he becomes the abomination of desolation, after he heals and everything comes back, and they crown him king of Israel or something. Do you get what I'm saying? That's, yeah, like we are the temple of God. Yeah, I get it. You know what I mean? We're the body of Christ, right? So that's how, if he gets to us, that's his way of, destroying the temple, But anyway, so Trump is the 45 and 47. I mean, the 44th person, the 45th president, 47th president, and he's gonna leave. They're gonna replace him because he's healing from his deadly wound. So they have to replace him with another president that's going to be sworn in because he can't come back right away. Trump. It's going to take him a while to heal from his deadly wound. And who gets put in? J.D. Vance. And how old is J.D. Vance going to be? 42 years old. 42 years old. Trump is going to be the 40th. And he just turned 42 2 days before he's going to be. On August 4th, Trump gets his head wound. J.D. Vance was born 8/2/84. Are you hearing me? 8/2/84 he's born. And 2 days before August 4th, he turns 42. Okay? Right? And what year are we in? What year are we in, people? The 26th, right? 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 We're in the year 26. J.D. Vance is going to be 42. You hear me? Who was the youngest president?
Theodore Roosevelt was the youngest person to become president at age 42.
Theodore Roosevelt, 42, the youngest. What number president was Theodore Roosevelt?
Theodore Roosevelt was the 26th president.
Get it?
From 1901 to 1909.
Do you see? Do you see it? So, and he's going to be the youngest, by the way, J. Vance, because it's 2 days after. 2 days after his birthday. There it is. J.D. Vance becomes the 42nd president. I mean, he becomes the 48th president. Okay, and Elvis has been dead for 48 years. And 8/4, get it? 48/84. He becomes the 48th president, 8/4. Right? You understand? He's 42. He's going to be 42 years old in the year 26. Theodore Roosevelt was 42 years old, the youngest president in the year, and he was the 26th president. He was the 26th president, Theodore Roosevelt. And who was the president during Elvis? It was Franklin Delano Roosevelt, the other Roosevelt. Theodore was the one before. Do you see what I mean? And how many days, because remember, this is Obama's birthday, August 4th. How many days from, I've shown this before, by the way, this is nothing new, but look. How many days from Obama's birthday to J.D. Vance? Because remember, J.D. Vance is born on 8/2/84. It's got the 8/4 connection. And Obama's born on 8/4, 1961, and Trump's going to get his head wound on August 4th, right? So look at this. To J.D. Vance's birthday, watch, 1984. Look at this. Yeah, I'm sure there's just a coincidence, people. No, it's impossible. No, I don't know nothing. Look at this. Look at this. So from the day Obama was born to the day J.D. Vance was born. $8,400 days, exactly. Come on, man. Come on. I've shown this before, by the way. And I told you he would pick somebody from Ohio. Didn't I tell you that? That he would pick somebody from Ohio. That Trump, because Trump's going to get his head won in Ohio. J.D. Vance is born in Ohio. So, and look at this. Look at this. 22 years, 11 months. JFK was killed on 11/22, and the 3 and 0 is the crowns. The 3 is a crown and the O is a portal. How much do you love that? Look at that. Now, if you think these are coincidences, you need your look at this. Obama was born on 8/4/61. 8/4/61. Look, you have 8/4 and 61 in the years. See? Now, if you guys don't understand what I'm showing you is supernatural and why I had never stopped, if you can't understand that, then there's nothing I can do for you. I mean, do you know what I mean? I've given up everything to show you this, made a fool of, mocked, and laughed at, but the laughter is going to stop. But let me just tell you something. When Trump comes back, see, that's when the 3.5 years start, folks. He's going to rule for 3.5 years, but in the meantime, they're going to bring out all the stuff, right? So what would that mean if he comes back? He would be the 49th president. And why does he have to be the 49th? Why does he have to be the 49th president? JFK, 11/22. That's what I was just showing. Yeah. Anyway, why does he have to be the 49th president? Because he has to come back. Why does he have to be the 49th president? Well, let's put it this way. Let's just say he didn't come back, but I'm pretty sure he's going to be the 49th. But let me tell you why in a minute. But if he wasn't, he's still going to be crowned the king of Israel to these people. You know who we're talking about. Those crucifiers of Christ, So if he becomes the 49th president, you have the 9/4 connection, right? 4994. And also, why does he have to be? Because remember, the 45 is the bridge. And what did I tell you guys is the twin? Look, there's only in the single digits, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. In the single digits, there's only one number that matches another number, and that's 5 and 9. 5 equals 9. It's a twin number. That's why from Pearl Harbor to Twin Towers falling was 59 years, 9 months, 5 days, or 9 months, 4 days, if you don't add the day. But 59 years, 9 months, 5 days, from Pearl Harbor to 9/11 going down. Okay? 59 years, 9 months, 5 days. Because 5 equals 9. It has to be a twin. 5 equals 9. 59 years, 9 months, 5 days. And from Elvis's birthday to 9/11 was 66 years, which is the word twin. Are you understanding what I'm telling you? Okay? So 5 and 9 are twin numbers. So 45 equals 49 because 5 and 9 are twin. Do you understand? 4, 5, 9. 9, 5, 4. Are you understanding? 45 equals 49 because 5 and 9 are the same. So 45 would equal the same as 49 because 5 equals 9. If you don't understand it, I'll type it in for you. Does anyone not understand what I just said? I gotta end the chat, man. I'm really getting sick, man. This is gonna knock me out, folks. So let me just show you that way you can understand. For the people who don't understand. So 49, this is what it equals. 49 equals 126, 54, 117, 45. 49. And 45 equals the exact same. 126, 54, 117, 45. Same numbers. Okay, and I could show you a lot more with the numbers, but I'm not going to go into it. I mean, a lot more. I told you folks, I left out like hundreds of other information. Look, imagine how long I could have gone. Yes, I know that. 5 and 9 equals the exact same as the word twin, but the numbers are switched. Twin equals 66, 21, 42, 24. 5 equals 42, 24, 66, 21. And 9 equals 42, 24, 66, 21. See, it's the word twin. Twin equals 66, 21, and backwards it equals 42, 24. The 5 and 9 switched the numbers. The 5 is 42, 24, 66, 21. 9 is 42, 24, 66, 21. They equal the same. But twin equals 66, 21, 42, 24. It's same numbers, but in different places. And if you put 5 and 9 together, if you spell out the word 5 and spell out the word 9, it's going to equal 84, because 42 and 42 is 84. You understand? Okay. See how it all connects? That's what I'm trying to make you understand. All right. Anyway, to everybody in the chat, make sure you hit the thumbs up button and also comment under the video. Comment about what you saw in this video, people. This video should go viral, even though it's so long, but it's literally showing you biblical prophecy that's going to take place. Absolutely impossible for this to be coincidences. No way. This is biblical prophecy that you're about to see. All right. Anyway, folks, that's it. We got it. Well, I can't end it now. It's on 3 hours and 3 minutes. Let's end it at 3 hours, 3 minutes, 33 seconds. Drive people nuts. No, I'll just end it. Anybody have anything else left to say? Let's just end it naturally. Anybody else have anything to say? Yeah, this is going to be one of the longest videos as far as an actual real video. This is going to be the most longest, like, information video I've ever done. All right, folks. God bless all of you. Jesus is God. Yeah, I'll go over it again. Now, that's funny. Yeah, that would be funny if I did that again. Anyway, folks. Yeah, God bless all of you. Jesus is God. End of video. Oh, if you came in late, make sure you watch from the beginning. All right? You got to watch the whole video. Sorry, you got to watch from beginning to end. Okay? And if you're new to the channel, go to the live section. That's where all my recent videos are. Go to the live section of this channel. That's where all my recent videos are. You got to watch all those videos. The live section. All right, folks. End the video. Jesus is God.